The foolproof method to feel when he is thinking of you. Have you ever felt that shiver out of nowhere? That sudden thought about someone who invades your mind without warning? And if I tell you that this is no coincidence, that there is a real, proven method for you to feel exactly when someone is thinking of you. Yes, it is possible to identify these invisible signs that connect two people, even from a distance. How many times have you picked up your cell phone to send a message and at that very moment, received a notification from it? Or did you dream about someone and the next day that person appeared out of nowhere? These are not accidents. There is an energy that connects us, and today you will discover how to decode these signals in a practical and infallible way. In this video, I'm going to reveal 8 powerful signs that prove when someone is thinking intensely about you. Get ready, because after today you will never doubt your intuition again. Your life will change when you master this skill. Before we continue, write the word connection in the comments to activate your energetic sensitivity during this video and attract even more synchronicities into your life. Now let's go to the 8 subtitles you need to know. 1. Inexplicable goosebumps. You know when you're calm in your day, doing your normal activities, and suddenly you feel that chill run through your entire body? It's not cold, there's no wind, but even so, your body reacts as if something invisible has touched you. This is one of the clearest signs that someone is directing energy to you at that very moment. Our body works like a giant antenna that captures energetic frequencies around us. When a person thinks of you with intensity, whether with longing, love, or even worry, it sends an energetic wave that travels through space until it reaches you. Your physical body registers this arrival through these goosebumps that go up your spine, arms, or the back of your neck. Pay special attention when this happens for no apparent reason. If you were concentrating on some task and suddenly felt this tingling on your skin, stop for a second and observe. Usually, the first person that comes to your mind right after you feel it is exactly the one who is thinking of you. It's not magic. It's pure quantum physics working in our favor. The difference between an ordinary chill of cold and an energetic chill is simple to identify. The energetic shiver is usually more subtle, starts at a specific point on the body and spreads quickly. It lasts a few seconds, but it leaves a different feeling, almost as if someone had lightly passed their hand over your skin. Some people describe it as if small, invisible needles touch the body quickly and delicately. Another important characteristic is that this type of sensation is accompanied by an internal feeling. It can be sudden nostalgia, inexplicable joy, or even restlessness in the chest. All of these are indications that you are receiving an energetic transmission from someone. To prove this in practice, start taking notes. Every time you feel these inexplicable goosebumps, write down the time and the first person that came to your mind. Then see if that person contacts you in the next few hours or days. You will be surprised at how many times this happens. Your body knows more than you realize, and the more you pay attention to these signals, the stronger your ability to sense when someone is thinking of you. It's like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger that perception becomes. 2. Sense of presence. You're home alone, but you swear there's someone around. That strange feeling that you are not really alone, as if an invisible presence is in the same environment as you. He looks around, checks the rooms, but there is no one. This happens because someone else's energy can reach you so intensely that your brain interprets it as if it were physically present. This is one of the most powerful manifestations of the energetic connection between two people. When someone thinks about you a lot, especially with strong feelings involved, their energetic presence can literally materialize in your auric field. You don't see with your physical eyes, but your sixth sense picks up that vibration perfectly. Often this happens at specific times of the day. It can be at dawn when you wake up for no reason and feel that someone is watching you, or during the afternoon when you are concentrating on something and suddenly you have the distinct impression that you are not alone. These are the moments when the other person is with you in thought in a very deep way. The interesting thing is that this sensation can be accompanied by a characteristic smell. Yes, you can smell their perfume or the smell you associate with this person, even if they haven't been around them for days or weeks. This happens because the brain stores very strong olfactory memories, and when that person's energy reaches you, these memories are automatically activated. Some people report that they even feel a subtle touch, as if someone had lightly touched their shoulder or ran their hand through their hair. It's not your imagination playing tricks. They are real energetic traces of someone who is so connected to you at that moment that the physical barrier between you practically disappears. To identify whose presence this is, close your eyes for a few seconds when you feel it. Take a deep breath and let your mind relax. The person's image or name will appear naturally. Don't force it. Don't try to guess. Just allow the information to come to you. Our subconscious has all the answers. We just need to learn to listen. When this happens frequently with the same person, it is a sign that there is a very special connection between you. They can be souls who already knew each other from other lives, or simply two people with a very strong energetic attunement. Either way, value it. Not everyone has the privilege of feeling someone's presence even from a distance. If you want to understand what this connection really means, and how to transform this invisible energy into self-knowledge and inner power, access the link pinned to the first comment and discover the Jung method. 3. Vivid dreams repeated. Waking up with the image of someone so clear in your mind that it feels like you've actually spent the whole night with them. Vivid and repeated dreams are direct portals of energetic communication. When someone thinks a lot about you before bed, that energy travels to you during sleep, which is when we're most receptive and least mentally blocked. During sleep, our conscious mind rests and the subconscious takes over. It is in this state that we can capture energetic messages much more easily. If you have been dreaming repeatedly about someone, especially dreams that seem very real, where you can feel intense emotions and wake up with the feeling that it really happened, you can be sure that this person is thinking of you. The most important detail here is frequency. An isolated dream may just be your mind processing memories, but when dreams are repeated, especially on consecutive or close nights, this indicates a constant energetic transmission. The person is not only thinking about you occasionally, they are with you in your mind frequently and intensely. Also pay attention to the content of these dreams. They usually reflect the type of feeling the person is having for you. If the dreams are happy, full of affection and good moments, the person is thinking of you with love and longing. If the dreams are confusing or have some tension, it may be that she is thinking about you, but with doubts or unresolved issues. It has a trick that works very well. Before you go to sleep, set the intention to find out who is thinking of you. Mentally say that you want to receive this information clearly during sleep. Our subconscious is extremely powerful and responds very well when we give clear commands to it. You will notice that dreams become even sharper and more revealing. Another interesting thing is that many times, the day after the dream, the person appears. Whether it's through a message, a phone call, or even a casual encounter. This is no coincidence. The dream was an early warning that this connection was being activated on the energetic plane even before it manifested on the physical plane. Keep a dream notebook by your bedside. Write it down as soon as you wake up, because the details disappear quickly. Over time, you'll notice clear patterns of when a certain person appears in your dreams and what happens next in the real world. This practice will turn you into a true human detector of other people's thoughts. 4. Itchy eye. It sounds silly, but it is not. That sudden itch in the eye, especially when it has no apparent speck or physical reason, is a classic sign that someone is talking or thinking about you at that very moment. There is even that old story that says that an itchy right eye is someone talking well, and an itchy left eye is someone talking badly. But the most important thing is to understand that this physical reaction has an energetic basis. Our eyes are extremely sensitive to external energies. They not only serve to see the physical world, but also capture subtle frequencies around us. When someone directs thought to you, especially if it is visualizing your face or remembering your gaze, your own eyes react to this energetic attention that is being sent. Itching usually comes suddenly and intensely. You are fine, and suddenly you need to scratch urgently. After a few seconds, it passes completely. This is the typical pattern of an energetic reaction. Unlike an allergy or physical irritation that usually lasts longer and has other associated symptoms, some people feel this accompanied by a slight tearing or a warm feeling in the eyes. All of this indicates that you are receiving very strong energetic attention. The more intense the symptom, the stronger the thought that is being directed at you at that moment. To identify who is thinking, use the same method as always. Observe the first person that comes to your mind right after the itch. Don't question, don't overanalyze. Trust the first impression because it's usually the right one. Your body has already done all the work of decoding the energy. You just need to pay attention to the response. There are people who feel this several times a day. This could mean that you have several people thinking about you frequently, or that there is a specific person who doesn't get you out of your head for even a minute. If it is always the same eye at the same time, it begins to observe who is usually awake and active at that time. Chances are great that it is precisely that person. An interesting curiosity is that this sign works for both positive and negative thoughts. That is, if someone is angry with you or mentally criticizing you, you may also feel that itch. The difference is in the sensation that accompanies it. If a good feeling comes along, it's positive thinking. If there is discomfort or mild discomfort, it may be that someone has negative feelings directed at you. 5. Synchronized messages. You pick up your cell phone to send a message to someone, and the exact second you open the app, that person's message appears. Or you're typing and the notification arrives before you even send it. These synchronicities are neither luck nor chance. It is concrete evidence that the two of you were thinking of each other simultaneously, creating an energetic bridge so strong that it manifested in the physical world through technology. There is a scientific explanation for this, even if mainstream science does not yet fully accept it. When two people are at the same thought frequency, they emit similar brain waves. These waves meet in the energy field and create a resonance. It's like two radio stations broadcasting on the same frequency at the same time. One ends up picking up the other's signal. The stronger the connection between two people, the more frequent these synchronies are. If this happens to someone specific over and over again, there's no denying it. You have a very special energetic connection. It can be love, deep friendship, or even a past life connection that is still active in this lifetime. Another common way this happens is when you're thinking about someone who hasn't spoken to you in a while, and suddenly that person appears out of nowhere. It can be a message after months, a comment on social media, or even a casual encounter on the street. All of this is orchestrated by the energy that you were exchanging on the invisible plane. Also pay attention to the equal hours. If every time you look at the clock it's showing 11 and 11, 14 and 14, or any other combination repeated, and you immediately think of someone, that's a message from the universe. That person is thinking about you, and the universe is using the numbers to draw your attention to it. There are people who receive a call from the person at the exact moment they were going to call, or you meet the person on the street just when you were talking about them with a friend. These are not silly coincidences. They are physical manifestations of an energetic attunement that is happening behind the scenes of reality. To further enhance these synchronies, do a test. When you think about someone intensely, hold that thought for a few minutes. Visualize the person, feel their energy, and imagine that you are connected by an invisible thread of light. Then note how long it takes for that person to get in touch. You'll be amazed at how quickly this can happen when you consciously direct your energy. 6. Sudden mood swing. Everything was fine, you were quiet in your corner, and suddenly a wave of sadness, joy, or anxiety takes over you with no logical explanation. These sudden mood swings can be a direct result of someone thinking about you with too much emotional intensity. When a person thinks of you feeling something strong, part of that emotion travels along with the thought and can affect you even from a distance. It works like this. Let's say someone is missing you a lot right now. This longing carries a heavy emotional charge, a specific frequency. When this energy comes to you, your emotional body reacts and you may start to feel an inexplicable sadness or a sudden urge to see this person, even without knowing that they are thinking of you. The same goes for positive emotions. If someone is thinking of you with a lot of love, gratitude, or admiration, you may feel a sudden surge of happiness, a smile that comes out of nowhere, or that nice feeling in your chest that feels like an inner hug. It's that person's emotions resonating within you. The key to identifying if it's a natural mood swing from you or if it's coming from the outside is to look at the context. If absolutely nothing happened to justify that emotion, If you weren't thinking about anything specific and suddenly find yourself invaded by a strong feeling, it's very likely that it's external energy coming to you. Some people are more sensitive to this than others. If you're the type who has always been called sensitive, emotional, or energy absorbing, your chances of catching those emotional waves are even higher. You function as an energetic sponge, and this can be a blessing when you learn to use this gift. To differentiate your own emotions from the emotions you're picking up from other people, do a quick check. Ask yourself, is there any real reason why I'm feeling this right now? If the answer is no, take a deep breath and ask, whose feeling is this? Let the answer come naturally without forcing. The person's name or face will pop up in your mind. An important detail: if you feel a very strong anguish out of nowhere, it may be that someone is going through a difficult time and thinking about you. In this case, if it's someone close, it doesn't hurt to send a message asking if everything is okay. You will often find that the person really needed support at that moment and your intuition warned you of that. Verse 7. Burning ear. Everyone has heard of this classic sign. Right ear burning, someone is speaking well. Left ear burning, someone is bad-mouthing. But the truth goes beyond this popular explanation. When your ear suddenly gets hot, burns or reddens for no physical reason, it indicates that someone is not only talking about you, but actively thinking about you at that moment. The ear is an organ extremely linked to communication and energy perception. It not only serves to pick up physical sounds, but also functions as a receiver of subtle information. When someone is talking about you, mentioning your name, or even thinking intensely about something related to you, a specific frequency is emitted, and your ear reacts to that frequency. The sensation can vary from person to person. Some feel a sudden heat, others feel an internal itch, and there are people who even feel a slight buzz accompanied by a burning sensation. These are all valid signs that you are being the subject of someone's thought or conversation. On the question of whether it is the right or left ear, there is an energetic explanation. The right side of the body is connected to our masculine, active solar side. When the right ear burns, it is usually thoughts or conversations of a more positive, active nature that put you in the spotlight in a favorable way. The left side is connected to our feminine, receptive, lunar side. When the left ear burns, it can indicate gossip, criticism, or thoughts of a more negative nature. But don't get so attached to this division. The most important thing is to realize that your body is warning you that you are on someone's mind. Use your intuition to figure out who it is. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and mentally ask, who's thinking of me right now? The answer will come spontaneously. There's an interesting quiz you can take. When you feel your ear burn, say 3 names out loud or in your mind. Notice which name makes the sensation increase or decrease. Usually, when you get the name of the person who is thinking of you right, the feeling changes immediately. It can increase a lot or it can stop completely, as if your body says, you got it right, you can stop looking. If this happens too often, you are being remembered a lot. It could be by several different people, or it could be a specific person who doesn't forget you for a minute. Either way, it's good to know that you occupy an important space in someone's mind and heart, even if you don't know exactly who. 8. Intuition that gets it right. This is the most powerful sign of all, because it involves your inner ability to simply know. That knowledge that comes from within, without logical explanation, without needing proof. You simply feel that someone else is thinking of you, and most of the time, you are right. This is your intuition working in perfect tune with the energy field around you. Intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Many people ignore these hunches because they have been taught to rely only on logic and reason. But the truth is that our intuition has access to information that our conscious mind cannot process. It picks up subtle signals, energetic frequencies, and patterns that go unnoticed by our 5 physical senses. When you feel that someone is thinking about you, even without any other physical signs, trust that feeling. Write it down mentally or on paper. I feel like so-and-so is thinking about me right now. Then, watch what happens in the next few hours or days. You will notice that this person gets in touch, or you find out through a third party that they were really talking or thinking about you. The big difference between true intuition and anxiety or expectation is the sensation that accompanies it. Intuition comes with a quiet certainty, almost like a knowledge you've always had. There is no despair. There is no doubt corroding. It is just clear information that arises in your consciousness. Anxiety, on the other hand, is accompanied by nervousness, worry, and a whirlwind of confused thoughts. To further develop this ability, practice moments of silence and mental stillness. Intuition speaks softly. It doesn't scream. If your mind is always full of noise, racing thoughts, and worries, it becomes difficult to hear these inner promptings. But when you create spaces of peace in your routine, your intuition gains strength and clarity. There are people who feel it as a certainty in the heart. Other people feel it as a thought that simply appears in the mind. And there are those who feel it physically, like a tightness in the chest or a feeling of fullness. There is no right or wrong way. Each person has their own way of receiving this intuitive information. A powerful practice is to start the day by asking your intuition, "Who will think of me today?" Or, "Who will I hear from today?" Then, observe. Don't force answers, just allow them to come. Over time, you'll get better and better at interpreting these signals, and you'll be amazed at how accurate your perceptions are. You have a superpower inside you. You just need to learn how to use it. Always trust your intuition, it never deceives you. 9. His name repeated. You're walking down the street and you hear someone call his name. He enters a store and the attendant has the same name. He turns on the television and the presenter mentions that name. He opens social networks and sees posts from people with that name. Suddenly, his name is everywhere, as if the universe is screaming for you to pay attention. This is not paranoia or imagination of yours. It is a very clear sign that there is an active energetic connection between you at that moment. When someone thinks about you a lot, that person's energetic frequency starts to resonate with yours. This resonance creates a magnetic field that draws situations, people, and circumstances related to it closer to you. The name is one of the most direct ways for this manifestation to happen, because the name carries the energetic vibration of the person. Each name has a specific frequency, and when you're tuned into someone, that frequency starts to appear repeatedly in your path. The most interesting thing is that this happens in completely random and unlikely ways. It's not just hearing the name once by coincidence. It is listening to it 3, 4, 5 times in the same day, in totally different contexts that have no relation to each other. You can see the name written on a sign, hear it in the music that plays on the radio, receive a message from someone commenting on a person with that name, and so on. Pay special attention when the name appears in unusual situations. For example, you're reading an old book and suddenly the main character has exactly his name. Or you're watching a movie you've seen before but only now realize that it has a character with that name. These synchronicities are not accidental. They are direct messages for you to realize that this person is energetically present in your life at that moment. Another common way is through numbers. Let's say his name has 6 letters. Suddenly you start seeing the number 6 everywhere. On the clock, on license plates, on receipts, on book pages, or his birthday appears repeatedly. These are all ways for the universe to draw your attention to the connection that is being activated. When this starts happening frequently, don't ignore it. It is a clear message that you are in the same energetic tune. It could be that he's thinking about you a lot. It could be that you're thinking about him intensely. Or it could be both at the same time. In any case, there is a communication happening on the invisible plane that is being reflected in the physical world through these repetitions. An interesting experiment is to take a test. When you notice his name popping up a lot, stop for a moment and mentally send him a message. It can be something as simple as, "I'm thinking of you." You don't have to speak out loud, just direct that thought with intention. Then see if he contacts you in the next few hours or days. Many times he will send a message saying that he was thinking of you too, or will appear in some unexpected way. If his name is too common, you might think that this invalidates the sign, but this is not the case. Even if it's a common name, when the repetition becomes exaggerated and flashy, when you feel that impact every time you hear it, then it's no longer a coincidence. Your body and your intuition know how to differentiate a normal coincidence from a real energetic signal. Trust that inner feeling that tells you, this is not normal. There's something going on here. Finally, When the universe sends these signals through the repeated name, give thanks. Be grateful for the connection, for the attunement, for the person who is thinking of you. This gratitude further amplifies the positive energy between you and strengthens the bond. The universe loves it when we pay attention to the signals it sends, and in response it sends us even more clarity and confirmation. You'll never doubt it again when his name starts popping up everywhere.